Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? My name is Nick, otherwise known here as Avialence, and welcome to Shadow of Mordor Free Roam. This was too good of an opportunity to pass up, and I'm interested in what you guys think of me doing a free roam video series again like I did for Assassin's Creed, for example. I thoroughly enjoy doing these free roam videos. I think it's my specialty, and I really have a great time showcasing these to you guys. Love playing through these as well, and I figured Shadow of Mordor, because of its expansive things with the Nemesis system and many of the abilities, and of course the expansive world it has, would be great for some awesome free roam videos. So we've just entered a new area of the game. This is the second area of the game. Nurn, I believe is how you pronounce it. I keep wanting to say Nurn because that's from the Elder Scrolls, you know, one of my favorite pastimes, but this is Nurn, and this is a very vegetative place compared to the north area of the Black Gate, right? So different area. I've changed up my outfit. If you guys watch my live stream, I'm sure you know that I've changed up my outfit. I went with the Dark Ranger outfit, which is what you guys are seeing on my character now. Pre-order bonus, I believe, from GameStop, but you can also get it in the Season Pass, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, we just got to this area. So what I'm going to do in this video is just introduce you to the concept of free roam. I'm going to talk about some various elements in the game. Although if you're looking for a more detailed description of the game itself, I actually did a casual review under my impressions playlist on my YouTube channel. I'll include a video link in the description below this video, but go check that out if you want a more detailed, in-depth look at the game and the various elements it has to offer. So what are we doing right now? We're actually branding. I've just unlocked the branding ability, and for those of you who've watched my live streams throughout the week, you actually haven't seen this ability yet, but you will over the weekend. Now, what branding allows us to do is where you would typically drain to replenish your elf shot and your wraith powers, you actually dominate now. So this branding ability allows you to take control of the minds of the lesser orcs, as well as the more powerful orcs, just depending on how you handle the situation. Now, when they are marked, they are actually permanently yours in the Nemesis system, which I think is really cool. So I can take over a bunch of leaders, then use these leaders to assassinate the higher-ups, or I can protect them as they gain more abilities, which I think is really neat. Now, abilities, you know, some of you guys are probably wondering what the hell I'm talking about, and I think that's a very fair question. So, Shadow of Mordor has a Nemesis system. This Nemesis system is a dynamically generated Uruk society that you're essentially playing with. Now, this Uruk society contains captains, veteran captains, and an entire hierarchy for the army of the region. So there's two armies you're going to be facing. You know, there's one in Mordor, which is the first part of the game, and then in the second part of the game, there is also the one here in this area of Nurn. Now, when you're in this area, you know, you will obviously have to do a lot to dig in. And that's when I filmed this video, actually. I'm doing this commentary, post-commentary, so that I'm able to explain a couple different things instead of just yelling awesome and, oh my gosh, did you see that kill, right? But the idea behind it is, you know, I've just gotten to this area. I've just unlocked the brand ability, and I'm trying to expand into this area. Now, previously, when I was in the Black Gate area near Mordor, it was a lot of killing because I didn't have the brand ability. But what the brand ability allows you to do, instead of just killing off war chiefs, you know, or trying to get them allied with you, so to speak, is it lets you just take control of their mind and then utilize them as allies in the fight against the other Uruks. So I really wanted to try this system out, which is why I'm dominating so many people in this clip. Now, that being said, the Dominate ability unfortunately isn't available until halfway through the game, so I highly recommend you do the first 10 or so story missions so you can unlock all of the main story abilities, like the branding, for example, which is what I'm doing now, because it's just so much fun, and it allows many avenues and many ways to play free roam that I think are very necessary to get the most out of it. The free roam Nemesis system is great because Orcs will remember you. So while I mentioned there are captains and war chiefs and things of that nature, each of these has a specific personality and a specific set of abilities. So they're going to start at the bottom, right? And ideally, you know, if you get killed by like a random Uruk too, I really like this. So if one of these guys, for example, is able to actually kill me, he'll be promoted to a captain for killing me because I'm a wanted member by the Black Hand, right? And he'll get a captain ship, and then he'll actually advance and gain abilities based on that. And the better they do against the other Uruks, as well as you, if you get killed by them, the more powerful they get. So they'll gain more abilities, more immunities, groups of posse, so to speak, that actually follow them around and make it really difficult for you to fight them. And unlike Assassin's Creed, you know, this game is not a game that you can just go around and slaughter everything. You're very powerful, but you have to think, and that's something I really appreciate about this game. So, that said, the Nemesis system, what are we playing with here? Well, I've just gotten to this area, like I've said a couple times, and I need some intel on the area. I'm trying to understand how the system works, and since I don't have to kill everybody, my goal with this area is to actually work on dominating it, right? Controlling it and using these armies that I have under my control in order to get the war chiefs. So I'm going to try to play it a little more stealthily like I would typically play an Assassin's Creed game. And that's one thing I do actually like about Shadow of Mordor. You can play the way you want. You can play combat, you can play stealth, you can play hit and run, or you can play, domination by just controlling other orcs, and you don't even have to use your sword. It's really awesome, and the way they let you play and the freedom at which they let you do it is phenomenal. So I've just actually dominated the mind of that Uruk. I'm going to go ahead and use the ones I've dominated to go ahead and combat some others. And we now know the general vicinity of where the guy I'm hunting is. So Luga, he's on the lower end of the chain. I'm going to go ahead and take Luga, though, in order to use him to climb up the ladder. And that's the main thing I want to do here. So you see, he has a couple of weaknesses and a couple strengths, things of that nature, but they do get really powerful. I've seen one that's actually up to level 25, and it was almost impossible for me to kill. And it was absolutely nuts. So you can find some really powerful enemies there. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do here is actually dominate this archer. This is definitely one of my favorite strategies to do. The archers help a lot, especially with fire support, and they actually aren't active until you activate them, which is really neat. So I'm going to go ahead and use this archer, and then I'm actually going to jump down on Luga and see if we can dominate him. Because if we get a captain here and then we start completing various tasks to gain him power, it's actually going to help. So we're going to fight Luga here, and we'll see how the outcome pulls. But you see the little cutscene there. So he hasn't seen me, but he knows who I am based on my reputation, which I think is really neat. And since I'm very stealthy when it comes to my playstyle, I tend to play this game like Assassin's Creed. Thin out the herd, use enemies against enemies, things of that nature. A lot of them call me the sneaky ranger, or the guy who doesn't show his face, things of that, a coward, so to speak. So it's actually really neat. But while I'm going and doing this fight, I'm going to go ahead and explain some of the elements here. So, let's say we take over Luga here, which I believe we do. Now, we're going to get access to a bunch of missions that are going to allow us to support Luga in his rise to power. So by going to things such as hunts and making sure he's successful on his hunts, and going to executions and duels and making sure that he pulls all of these properly without any interruptions from other Uruks, he's going to gain power, and Luga's going to be promoted up the chain. So Luga is, for lack of a better word, essentially our bitch in this, and we get to use him as we see fit. We can kill him off whenever we want, we can assassinate him if we want, or we can have him turn on his own war chief and try to kill his war chief. I cannot wait to do that, and that is definitely going to be one of these free roam videos. So the really neat thing is just the creative freedom that you have in this game. And honestly, I'm going to be very depressed if Assassin's Creed Unity and every other free roam game after Shadow of Mordor doesn't have that same creative element. There's a lot in this game that I want to see in other games, and I cannot preach enough about that. So anyway, guys, that's a little bit of an introduction to the free roam series. If you guys would like me to do more of these, please let me know. Just hit that like button and also drop a comment. Just show your support for this and let me know if you'd like me to do more of these. I would happily do some live commentary ones. I'm playing the game. I'm loving playing the game, and I would love to share my experiences with you guys here on YouTube. So hit those like buttons, hit that comment button, leave me a comment, tell me what you think of the game so far, and if you have any particular questions or want to see my longer review, again, the longer review is in the video description below this video, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I will be happy to answer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you had a good time. My name is Nick, otherwise known here as Avialence, and I will see you guys back in Mordor in my next few videos. Thank you guys so much for watching.